Right chaps, welcome to Croft. Well, that's an ideal start. What's happened then? Well, let me show you just before I put this wheel back on. Yeah, I thought these were perfectly fitting, but I didn't try this side and caught just ever so slightly. So I had 17mm spacers on, 44 offset, 11" wide. It's just, I could hear it when I set off, but it was only this side. What we're going to do is change the 17s to a 15 and a 5, just a 3mm extra this way. That should be enough. If not, we've got a selection. Shout out to Team Darkside as per usual, sorting me out. Oh, that's nice. That'll be fine, that. So, yeah, they didn't actually have any 5, so we had to steal a 5. Fortunately, this chaff here has saved the day. So we've got the 5s off the back of this with a 325 drift car, which is also taking round Croft today just for a laugh. Why not? But yeah, thanks very much, sir. So we've put some 12s on the back instead. Hopefully it doesn't rub. Sure, it'll be fine. So you just had these 5mm slip-ons on the back. This one's kind of welded shut. We need to get it off. But yeah, not the best start. We've already lost about an hour of track time or something, but it's all good. Here we go. Yeah, they fit well, don't they?
Yeah.
Interference fit. Do you do this for a living?
Ah, kinda, yeah. I am a space changer, a spacer changer.
Thank you.
No worries.
So hopefully now, with 20mm spacers rather than 17, I should have no further problems. But let's find out. Right, so we now have 20mm of wheel space on the rear and it should be alright. I'm just trying to thinking why it would rub on one side and not the other, but I've not done the wheel alignment on this car for, I don't know, 2 years or something. It barely gets driven, does it? So I think it could just be maybe the back right's moved a little and it's got running more toe in or something. So we'll go out for a session now anyway. I'll listen out for any nasty noises. Obviously the toe is, you know, it's going to be moving the wheel a little bit, so chances are it's going to catch, but we can't put any more spacers on. We've not got enough threads on the studs. Pretty maxed out, look. So the next job is going to be hammer time, but Josh is here now anyway, so if the hammer needs to come out, it'll be alright. So anyway, I'm going to go for a session. Let's go and have a go. First time with the grips and the brakes. Yeah, he's spitting at the minute, but I'm sure it'll be alright. Away we go. Pretty slippy on the old AR1s. First time I think I've driven with AR1 in the wet. Yeah, wet line was a bit better, but pretty slippy on the dry line and pretty much everywhere. Obviously it's going to be slippy. There was a 2% chance of rain today, 2%. But yeah, I didn't notice any scratching or anything. A little bit of a wheel wobble, which might just be the new discs, I don't know, but I'm going to pull in now and just have a quick check over the car. Right, first session done then. Obviously it started pissing it down just as we got going, so it was a wet session to test out the AR1s. I had a bit of a wheel wobble at the start, but it seemed to go away, so maybe it was just the brakes, I don't know. I did a bit of a bedding in last night, but definitely not the best, and it's done E46 things as well. I remember at the Nürburgring a couple of years ago when this happened. These, yeah, at least it stayed in this time. I must have clouted the curb a little bit too much or something. We'll get a screwdriver and make sure it's clipped in at the back. But yeah, it went all right. I mean, AR1's in the wet, never going to be perfect, is it? Looks like it's a red flag at the minute anyway, so I've come in just at the right time. So yeah, there was a 2% chance of rain today, and yeah, it's rained. So nice one. Cheers. It usually rains when you're at Croft though. If you've been before, you'll know. It's a bit drier now, so I'm going to go back out. It's still a bit damp, but I think the racing line's going to be good. So what can she actually do with some dry track? Let's find out. Will it catch? It's going to be impressive if it doesn't catch. It's pretty close. Pretty close. See them M2s just walk past me on the straight.
On the straight.
Fucking unreal.
Were you faster than Benz, aren't it?
About the same really, yeah. But they were so fast in a straight. Like K-Swap and B-Series. Right, that was a better session. I did a little play with those M2s and then they just absolutely drove past me on the straight. Modern cars are so fast, aren't they? But we had a good session. The car started getting a bit hot though. I had to back off, get out of it. The needle was getting towards the red on the coolant temp. The oil temp was apparently alright, but yeah, we did some hard laps there. The brakes worked, everything seems good. We have started rubbing slightly in the dry, but it's only a slight one. I can't even hear it inside, but if you come to this tyre you can see just on the outside it's just catching a little bit, a bit shiny, but it's only a tiny bit. Look, the writing's still on the wall, no problem, it's just catching a little bit, but a bit of rubber there, look. Oh, sticky that. Shouldn't have touched that. But yeah, it's going alright. So I'm going to go back out for another session just before lunch. I best check the wheel bolts and all that. They're all good, but yeah, it's going alright. So this afternoon, I'm going to be driving some dark side cars, some car reviews. Maybe this 1 Series, 125D all tuned up. And they've been raving to me about this Mini. It's a Cooper SD that they've tuned up and stuff. They've been telling me this is real good. And also, they've got a new toy, which we might get a shot at. You might recognise it from Club Enduro vids. It's an Audi RS3 TCR. So it had a bad time at the last Enduro. Obviously we had a bad time in the TT as well, but this RS3 had a similarly bad time and the owners decided to sell it when it was broken. Dark side couldn't resist a bargain, them seats. And now they own it. So yeah, might get a shot in that later. I had to do some emergency repairs to the light because it was flopping about again. One of the tabs is completely broken, but that'll be fine. So yeah, I'm just going to check the oil, check the tyre pressures, get back out. If anything happens, I'll let you know. Slam it! What time's lunch?
12:30.
Right.
Log in about 5 minutes.
We're going to get a couple of laps lunch at 12:30. Lunchtime. What's going on then? Oh, Wild Hosh. Hosh has returned. TCR in the air. Is this you, Paul?
Yeah, with a chrome. Chrome thing. Suits me.
How come it's in the air?
We're going to do alignment on it, but gauges don't fit on this.
Oh, really?
Got a weird inverted brake valve on it. So.
What happened here?
Bonnet came up when other guys had it, Silverstone.
Oh dear.
Yeah. It did a bit cursed, this car, I think.
Yeah, it went in gravel on first outing at Donington and ruined my race too in MR2s.
Kick it if you want.
Fucking bastard. Scott says I can have a go on this. Do you think we should have a go? A review for the channel. What's it like to drive RS3 TCR? I have driven a left-hand drive on track before, but only briefly, Clio Cup car. Definitely be something different though, eh? And here's the TT. The TT's been fixed. It was a wiring fault, you know. Wiring fault. And the car was like intermittently, really quickly shutting itself on and off. That's why it did that kind of spaz out reset. I probably can't use that word. It probably, you know, it did a bit of silly business, didn't it? But Ryan's been doing some laps in it this morning. Reckons it's all good. This Mark II is a bit cool as well. I think I've seen it before. I don't know if we put it on a video, but definitely seen it before. A Mark II with PD running gear. Yeah. Just waiting for that bastard Q to go down. Look at that. He'll be raking it in that burger van today. Yeah. Right, lunchtime's done. I'm gonna go out for some more laps in the M3, and then we'll come back to doing some other stuff later on. I'm just curious to see if this setup works. Looks a bit on the piss, but it's got a bit of a wobble on. Oh, it looks about alright there, doesn't it? But yeah, I meant to pack 2 of these, but I haven't. So everything just needs a little nipping up, doesn't it? This might not work so well, but we'll give it a go. feel the tyres are going off a bit, but they felt pretty good. The water temps come straight down to 89. Nice. I just had a good session in the M3 again, but I need to do some YouTube content, some content for you now. Driving some cars. Which ones? Probably start with these diesels, either the Mini or the 1 Series. Although, you know, I would very much like a go in that, wouldn't you? That'd be pretty good, wouldn't it? Oh, Ryan's doing a vlog as well, look. So Ryan spanned this on first outing, didn't you?
Yeah, but that, you pull that, and there's that little lock there.
Oh, you got it locked on?
It was locked on.
Fucking hell.
It doesn't do much if you look.
This sounds like a solid excuse, this, for spinning out.
It is a perfect excuse. I kept, look, you don't come up on dash when it's like that, but if you pull it a bit more. Wait for it. Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
So I spun it straight away, I thought, that ain't me, that. And then that come on by.
We're off out for a what's it like to drive in this. Hopefully he's got some camera mounts in it already. No? No camera mounts. Right. RS3 TCR, that'll be a separate video of course. We're going out in Darkside's new car.
What was it like to drive?
It's good. Well, the RS3 was good. I'm just going to have a couple more laps. It's only got about a quarter of a tank of fuel, so we'll just have a couple of laps until it starts surging, no doubt. But let's go and see. We can do quali laps because we're all lightweight, yeah? But just over a quarter of a tank, so. Car works though, and the wheels don't rub anymore, and the brakes work, and successful day for the M3. Well, that were good. Obviously ran out of fuel real sharpish then. I knew I would, but yeah, once it starts starving a bit, there's no point running car, is there? Just been fanboyed by a Scottish man and his missus with an FTO, so hello to you, like and subscribe for sure, yeah. We're going out in Scott's daily driver now for a what's it like to drive and all that stuff. He's got a 125D, right, all dark-sided up, tuned up and all that. They're a 4-cylinder, I thought they were a 6-cylinder. But it's a 4-cylinder diesel BM. It's got an LSD and everything, and he's obviously done alt-rate stuff to it. What's the best thing about your car?
Which car?
125.
The best thing?
Yeah.
It's super economical.
Is it? It's good on fuel?
Yeah.
Right, nice one. It's a 125D. Right, the day's all done. Just need to swap the wheels over. Didn't lose any more lights, which was nice. It felt like I've not been out in the E46 much, but I've burned a tank of fuel, so I must have been doing some laps, right? They're not the best things on fuel, are they, when they're on track especially? It normally does about 30 to the gallon on the road. What's it been doing today? I reckon it's got a light out as well for some reason. It's been averaging 10 miles per gallon and I've done 108 miles. So I've used 10 gallons, that kind of makes sense why we're getting fuel surge on that last session, eh? Alright, let's get it swapped over, get all the wheels back in here, and I'll give you a lovely little outro. It's been a nice day with Darksides. at Croft. It's been a nice day. Oh, look at this. Get a sneak peek of the cab. Look at that wood panelling. Yeah, boy. Well, last man standing I am. Even the truck's away before me. Well, just got the wheels changed over anyway. Been a good day today. Not done that much time at Croft, you know, over the years. I'm not too far away from it. If you watched the MR2 racing this year, you'll know the commentators said it was my local track, which is not quite true, you know. I live kind of in the middle of a few tracks, so this is one of them, but I've never done really that much time here. But obviously we were here in the M3 last year, and we've done a few bits since, and yeah, it felt like a completely different car today. Big traction budget upgrade, yeah. These tyres have barely worn today as well. Look at this. They were advertised as needing new tyres. I thought, oh, ideal that, so I can size them up and make sure they fit, but we've just done 100 miles on track on these today, and it looks like they'll do at least 100 more. So we've got another track day in the E46 towards the end of this month, well, towards the end of September. That's at Castle Combe, which will be a cool track for the M3, I'm sure. Just doing some E46 things at the minute. I'll be back shortly. 'Tis but a scratch. And one of the things that was crazy about the brakes was just how much vibration I got off the front end. From what I gather, that's normal, but it's pretty unsettling. Everything's obviously still torqued up, I think. But the pads rattle about a bit as well. I mean, they're pretty tight in there now. But yeah, the brakes were really good. Stopping power, really good. But remember, they were used pads and used discs, weren't they? So maybe they've not come off the same set. But these are the Project Mu ones. I know Kevin tried them before and didn't have such a good time. And he's gone to the ST45s, they're called. But yeah, good day all round. Nothing broke, everything just worked. Still felt soft on the suspension harness, even with both roll bars at stiff. Remember, we've got the big front Tegular roll bar, now we've got the Turner rear, so we've got big roll bars, but yeah, it still felt a little bit soft. But remember, we've got the traction upgrade as well, so I'm sure if I went out on the Cup 2s, it'd feel a lot more stiffer in the corners, less likely to roll with less traction in it. Now we've got more traction, even though we've got stiffer roll bars. It's, you know, maybe it wants some stiffer springs now, but it's still quite nice to drive on the road, this one, so I don't want to go too far. Be interesting to see what it looks like on some of the pictures from the photographer that was here today. See how much body roll it's got going on. Just to see how much body roll it's got going on. It'd be interesting to see what it looks like on some of the pictures of the photographer that was here today. You know, those kind of pictures from track days, you've got a bit of lean on it. You can see a lot about your car, can't you, on a still? That'll be interesting to see. It's just taken me a good 20 minutes to try and figure out how I had these wheels in this car. Could not get them back in the same way. Managed to improvise, and we've got a different method on the go, but this is slightly a little bit dodgy because it's touching the harnesses there, but you won't believe how long I've been trying to get them wheels to go in this car. Long time. Right, that's us then, all done from the day at Croft. Nice little track day. Bank holiday Monday in style. Going home now with the Nankangs. Yeah. Pretty good, them tyres still, aren't they? They'll do another track day then. No bother. No bother at all. So the next time you'll see the E46, we'll be doing some work, some more upgrades, ready for the Nürburgring next month. Should be good. Should be good. Racing again in 2 weeks. And some garage videos to come, all the good stuff. Thanks to Darkside for letting me have a couple of drives today. That were nice, weren't it? TCR car and 2 of their staff cars, let's say. Definitely preferred the Mini. I don't know if all the videos have been out of you watching this, but yeah, the Mini was good. Obviously the RS3 was quite something to behold. Driving a production left-hand drive race car, you know, from the factory. Come as a racing car, pretty cool that, wasn't it? Right, sorry, the camera's just died. With that much action today, the camera's not lasted. So that's all from today though. You know I was doing the outro. M3's got a bit of a knock on the front right as I'm driving it now. I think it's just the pads maybe, or the disc or something. Hopefully the brakes don't fail on the way home, but if they do I'll let you know. If not, thanks for watching. Thank the Patreons. Thank you for liking and subscribing. I like track videos too, so you know, every little helps. Yeah.